Well, it's been a super Sunday indeed in terms of derbies. Everyone here in the UK, eyes on the Manchester derby. Everyone in Spain on the Madrid derby. Janusz Michallik here with me for this one. Janusz, it finished even Stevens 1-1. I suppose Real Madrid could be the happier ones considering Karim Benzema got that late equaliser that saved them points. But for you, who do you think will be happy with this 1 point?
Oh, absolutely. Real Madrid and perhaps Barcelona, I think. If you look at that, they may be the happiest of them all. But yeah, for Real Madrid to come back in a game that I thought Atletico for long periods of time dominated, they'll be very happy in terms of keeping up with Atletico Madrid, because let's not forget, Atleti still has a game in hand, which they will play Wednesday against Athletic Bilbao as well. So look, if you Cholo Simeone ahead of the game, you would have taken a point, that's for sure. But I think the way the game developed, because of the early goal and because of the control that I've talked about that Atleti had, I think you'll be disappointed, of course. I mean, 3 minutes before the end, you lose all 3 points. I mean, you know what that means. I mean, it's 5 points now. That would have been, 8 points, and then game in hand. At the very least, you could say to yourself, you know what? Real Madrid's out of the way, and I don't think you can say that right now.
All right, well, a couple of exciting names there on the pitch, like I highlighted. Karim Benzema, of course, for Real Madrid. Luis Suarez as well, seemingly had a brilliant game, according to lots of comments. Which one stood out to you?
Well, you have to talk about Luis Suarez because I thought he had a great game. Of course, that early goal suited Atleti a little bit. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Chelsea game where Atleti pressed, didn't get anything out of it, and ultimately didn't get the result they wanted. Here, I thought they went strength to strength. Look, I mean, it was on that play, Marcos Llorente was sensational. Wanda got away literally from Real Madrid as a former player and got away from Nacho, an experienced player who really took a big gamble on that play. But if you look at the finish alone from Luis Suarez, just sensational. What a goal scorer, what a big time player. He still continues to be, and we have to give him credit for that. In terms of the other one, I think in a way, it's even a bigger story. Karim Benzema wasn't even 100% to start the game, right? Coming off of injury. He is the leading goal scorer. But for me, he is more than that. You watch that. Jan Oblak, just before that, stopped him twice, point blank. Jan Oblak is a different story. For me, the best goalkeeper there is. But he worked himself in the game, then had another strike from distance, didn't miss it by much. And of course, he almost set this goal up for himself, right? Casemiro played a big role, a little bit of a 1-2, but Benzema was the one that kind of forced that 1-2 and then finished it. And what I loved about him is that he's the sort of player that sacrificed himself for years for Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's be honest here, right? I mean, he is a terrific goal scorer, but he knew that, Cristiano Ronaldo was the man, play with him, play that role. So I think you have to be happy for him right now. And that's why for me, he's more than just a goal scorer. At the moment, he is Real Madrid, and boy, oh boy, I don't know what that draw means here, but if Real Madrid somehow finds a way, I think we need to be looking back at this performance, this particular goal from Karim Benzema, and I'm sure his teammates will say a very big thank you to him.
Well, with that said, looking at the bigger picture in terms of the table, of course, as you mentioned, Atleti do have a game in hand, but now just 3 points separating them from Barcelona. Barcelona went from, doom and gloom to now finding some sort of form and momentum. Have you seen enough from Barcelona that Atleti probably might be a little worried and looking over their shoulder more often than before?
Well, it's in their hands, of course. Yes, they'll miss these 2 points for sure because, what is it, 3 points right now. We're talking about Atleti, Real Madrid, but Barcelona are in the picture. And they're playing a lot better, right? And there's this youthful movement, which we've seen against Osasuna, not just Pedri being wonderful. We've seen that as well. A youngster coming up, Moriba, 18-year-old Ilaisha Moriba scored a goal as well. But maybe, those are ones for the future. But, you see happy Leo Messi. We know that as we speak, they're trying to pick a new president as well. What does that mean for Messi in Barcelona? We don't know at the moment, but I think that Leo Messi, if indeed he will leave, and we of course don't know, he's going to want to leave on a winning note, doesn't he? I mean, last season, no trophies. This season, we don't know yet. I don't think Champions League is going to happen, of course, with what happened against Paris Saint-Germain. But Barcelona are still in Copa final, right? If memory serves right. And of course, right now they have to think to themselves, with this draw, they're still in the game. So I think, as I've said, maybe Barcelona are the happiest of them all here.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.